Hi, welcome to the Amoretti Test Kitchen. Today we have the beautiful and talented Chef Colette, who is going to show us a fabulous new way to make macarons. She is the macaron queen, so I am really glad to have her in the kitchen today. And what are we making?
Well, Chef Barbara, thank you for having me. I'm so excited that we are going to make pumpkin spice macarons using the hybrid Italian technique.
Ooh,
and this is
nice.
a technique that's in our Amoretti book, which is right here, Mastering Macarons, Classic to Contemporary Techniques. So what's exciting is half of the almond meal, we're going to substitute pumpkin seeds.
Oh,
Unroasted,
cool.
but not salted pumpkin seeds.
Okay.
And that's where we're going to start. So what we have to do first is grind up these pumpkin seeds. And you know, our bakers, you can get pumpkin seeds already ground up, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to use Chef Barbara's Ninja, grind them up. So here we go, in they go. Now, Chef, I'm going to need your assistance with this because this is my first time using the Ninja.
All right, let's make sure that
we're
it's
locked.
on. We're locked and ready to go here.
Awesome.
Okay, we're going to start this up.
Okay.
Here we go. It's going to be fast.
Big noise.
Woo!
I
Fast.
love it.
So what's our next step?
Well, now we have our pumpkin seeds ground up to pretty much a medium fine powder, and we are going to combine the powdered sugar, almond meal, and the pumpkin seeds. We're going to grind them up. But what's important is we're going to layer our powdered sugar and our nuts, our ground nuts, and our powdered sugar. And the reason for that is anytime you use a magic bullet, a Ninja, or a food processor, the ingredients in the work bowl heat up. So we want to cushion. We don't want any of this to get oily or turn into a, God forbid, a butter. So we insulate it with a layer of powdered sugar, the nuts and the powdered sugar.
Okay.
Now, Chef, I defer to you because
All right.
this is my first time with the Ninja.
All right, it's going to make some noise, so here we go.
That's perfect, Chef.
Okay.
We'll pour it in here and we can show you exactly how it's supposed to look. We always say it should look like a fine sand. Now we're going to go ahead and cook our sugar and start our egg whites. And I want to tell you guys what's in the pot. We have 57 grams of water and 113 grams of granulated sugar. And what's going to happen while our egg whites are beginning to mix, we're going to cook this to softball stage, which is 240 degrees Fahrenheit. And here's a little tip about softball sugar. We actually pull at 236 because the sugar will it'll continue to cook. Whoops, sorry, Chef.
That's all right.
We're dancing. It'll continue to cook as we walk to the mixer. All right.
All right,
Chef,
so I'm cooking this.
softball stage, so yes, medium-high heat, and I'm going to go ahead and start the egg whites. Now, a lot of times when you see us, we're using cream of tartar to stabilize our egg whites. But in developing the hybrid Italian technique, we found that a great stabilizer in this recipe is meringue powder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
works great.
it works really, really well. And it's easy to find. Wilton makes a decent brand. Now, I'm going to whip the egg whites until they're foamy and they have lost their greenish hue. So mixer is going, here we go.
All right.
Now a small amount of sugar is not going to take very long. So it's important, don't walk away from it.
Yeah.
Stay with it. And I'm on speed 4 or medium speed. Every mixer is different, right, Chef?
That's right.
Now here's a good tip. We have a moment where we can share this with you. When you're making a meringue, let's say your foam develops more quickly than your sugar cooks. What you want to do is keep the mixer running, just slow it down to as low as it will go because, and Chef is the queen of meringues. Her meringues are so beautiful, so I know she would back me up. If we turn the mixer off, our beautiful air bubbles,
Yeah.
gone.
Right. Okay, we're at
Bingo.
236.
Okay, great.
I'm going to take this out.
All right.
It's off to you.
All right, Chef. We have achieved.
Nice.
It looks just like shaving cream.
Yeah.
Or some folks like to say marshmallow fluff, whatever works for you. And it's at this stage we're going to add color and flavor.
Okay.
First, the flavor. So we have our Amoretti water-soluble pumpkin spice flavoring. And Chef, what do you think? About 6 drops?
Yeah, that should work.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Now, if you don't have an eyedropper, a half teaspoon would be the maximum.
Yeah.
And
less.
we're going to add a little gel color, orange. Now, we're going to go from shaving cream, where it doesn't really have any structure yet,
Right.
to firm peak. High speed. Pretty.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay,
Chef, what do you think?
let me look. Looks gorgeous, of course.
Let's show you.
Awesome. I love this color and it smells so good.
It really, that pumpkin spice
Yeah.
extract. Ooh.
Love it. Okay,
All
let's
right.
see the peak.
We're just going to dip lightly. And we're looking for our 11:30 peak. Ooh,
Yeah,
Chef, that's
you can
it.
see the angle. Nice.
It's actually, the peak tells us nothing, but that angle tells us everything. Now, it's,
Take one of those
sorry.
for you. That's all right.
Want to make sure you get all of it off the whisk. And I'm actually going to move it into this bowl so that Chef and I can complete our macaronage. What a funny word.
I know, it is.
Macarons are so important to the French that they actually have a verb attached to this process. Thank you, Chef.
You're welcome.
All right. So macaronage part 1. Our meringue is this is our wet ingredients.
Right.
And remember this from way back when, our powdered sugar, almond meal, and pumpkin seed all ground up together, no sifting. This are dry ingredients. So we're going to add 1/3 of our dry, and we're going to use our famous J fold, where we're literally slicing through the center of the batter and flipping the spatula over and adding a turn to the bowl. So
Okay.
looking at it, our macaronage part 1 is done. Now we're going to go on to the second part. And you would think we've done everything perfectly. We got our peak, we folded nicely, we didn't stir it or collapse it. We cannot go into our piping bag right
Oh,
now.
no.
We have to remove a little more excess air. So we have a technique that we call painting and scraping. And this is where you need a good flat spatula. We're just going to draw the batter up the side of the bowl. So you paint up the bowl like a flower, and then you scrape it, I almost said swoop, scrape it down, and you paint again. Just paint it up the side, flatten it out, don't scrape the bottom of the bowl, and we're looking for it to slowly slide down the bowl or become elastic.
Right, and usually 3 or 4 times of this is probably
Ooh, Chef, what do you
good.
think? Look at that.
Oh yeah,
See
it's
that?
sliding down.
Perfect. Now it could go in the piping bag.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to move the mixer out of the way.
Oh, thank you. And I'll talk about the piping bag. For macarons, you want to use a piping bag that's at least 18 inches long. The smaller ones are great for your cake decorating, but they will be endlessly annoying for piping your macarons. So this is our bag, And we're using a number 12 tip. That's a Wilton number 12, or any tip that has a 3/8 inch opening. And I've actually put, I'm going to show you guys, put a little of the bag into your tip, because macaron batter is loose and we don't want to make a mess, okay? And then we're in the bag. All right, perfect. And for this size batch, all of it will fit in your bag. You won't have to refill. Straight up and down, we're using our piping template. Squeeze, release pressure, slide off. All right.
All right, so it's time to make some noise.
All right.
Yes.
So here's what's important. We have to knock out that final bit of excess air.
Right.
And actually, this may be the most satisfying part. So you're going to take your thumbs and you're going to press down on the parchment paper. Make sure your hands are clear. You want to be 6 inches at least off the surface. Big noise. 4 good smacks, and then fist bump. It's physics.
Yeah.
Air bubbles out from the top, air bubbles out from the bottom. Now we're going to let these dry. It'll probably be between 25 and 40 minutes until they look dull. All right? Sometimes you'll read, people will say, oh, touch them. No. Visually, so take a mental photograph. They're super shiny and glossy. And the next time you see them, they're going to be dull and ready to bake.
All right, so these are dull.
Yes, Chef, I think they're perfect for baking. They look no more gloss, dull. We're going to put them in the oven at 325 degrees for 9 minutes, and that's going to be our first check.
Okay.
All right, Chef, we're at our 9-minute mark, and they're not ready. And we're going to show you how to test. Number 1, if the top still moves, it's not stationary, they need a few more minutes. The other way to check is they stick to the parchment paper. And number 3, if you look at the foot, it looks like it's still a little wet. When they're done, it'll look dry. So these are going to go back. Well, that was about 3 more minutes, and now they are officially done. So now we're going to let these cool for a few minutes, and we'll fill them.
Yeah. All right, while these are cooling, we are going to make some filling, and I have here just some American buttercream, and we're going to use this wonderful maple extract and put a little bit of that in there.
Oh, Chef, it smells so good.
My gosh, I love it.
I went to culinary school in Vermont, and this smells just like sugar season in Vermont.
Yes, let me look at this. This is number 1118.
All right, we'll just add some. Now I'm going to get our bag.
Okay.
Just to make our macarons pretty, I have an open star tip, and again, folded down the collar of our bag. Now, I'm using an open star tip because we're going to see this filling, and it'll make it pretty. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the edge and finish in the center. So for those of you who decorate cakes, it's like a flat rosette. So we're going to go ahead and top these. Just take your top and press down. We do want to see a little bit of the filling. And Chef, doesn't that look pretty?
I love it.
With the star tip.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then, you know, we always have so many tips. It's nice to give them a workout. So this is another way you can work out your star tip. That's it.
Cool.
Yay! Our beautiful pumpkin spice macarons.
I love it.
I wish you were here because they smell fantastic.
They really do. Yeah.
One last thing. We need to tell them they will be perfect tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Sugar attracts moisture, and there's a fair amount of sugar in the macarons. If you eat them, if we bit into them right away, they would be a little crunchy, more crunchy than we're used to getting when we buy macarons. Fill them, put them in the refrigerator overnight, and tomorrow in an airtight, relatively airtight container.
Yeah, they'll be perfect.
And tomorrow they'll be perfect.
Thanks so much for watching. I sure hope you enjoyed the video. We loved having you here, Colette. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to be with you.
If you do decide to make this recipe, please take a picture and tag us on social media. You can reach out to us on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at Amoretti. See you next time.